am down here on beautiful Jackson Lake Island, Alabama. Absolutely beautiful place. There's a gang of goats out there that may intrude on my video once I get going here. But the first month of van life is officially in the books. I decided to go back and record every bank transaction I made between January 11th and February 11th and see how we did in terms of spending. My plan was for the first month of van life to be a vacation. Really just enjoy it and not really say no to going out and grabbing a drink, not having a meal. My plan for month one was to have higher expenses than any other month of the time that I'm doing this. So the fun part is I went back to all my bank transactions and wrote them all down category by category. Categories were gas, fun, beverage, food, and supplies, which is just anything I bought for inside the van, going out to get food or going out to grab a drink, general purchases, that was my Bucky stickers, that was my energy drinks. Those are the two kind of categories, beverage and food, and general purchases that kind of ran together. The dollars are accounted for. I just might not have them on the right list. Doesn't really matter which category they fall on. You just care about the final dollars that I spent. A couple of the categories: bills, parking and tolls, and there's a train going by right now. Excuse me. Don't honk your horn at me. I know when I was trying to figure out if I can do van life, I was trying to figure out exactly what it costs. I watched lots of videos, but in my head went, yeah, but there's this cost and that cost that wasn't accounted for. The only bills I didn't include in this were my bills that keep my house going back in Massachusetts, because that wasn't a van life expense. I had an opportunity, I explained in another video, to sell my house. Things didn't go quite right, so I do have to maintain the mortgage on my house. I did keep the electricity on back there, and so my house bills are not on this list. Anything that had to do with me in this van was recorded. My transaction list is as detailed as I can make it to make it as accurate for you to figure out, do you have the means to go to try to do what I'm doing? My biggest holdback, and what a lot of other people's holdbacks, is money. At the end of the day, can I afford to go do this? And a lot of people will say expenses go down. I did find out, even splurging on myself, that my day-to-day expenses back in my house in Massachusetts did exceed my van life expenses of the trip I've done so far, and that's while splurging, pretending that it was vacations. Gas! The biggest expense for me this month. I filled up my tank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 times. $1,004. Fun. $290. A couple rounds of golf, a couple activities while I was down in the Keys. That's pretty much it. I didn't go crazy on fun expenditures. I actually expect that one to go up. If I do this video again on month 2, when I want to see if my expenses go down, I do hope my fun expenses go up. I want to check out a lot of roadside attractions while I go. Man, there's so much fun stuff coming up that I may have to spend the extra $5 or $10. For now, $290 on fun activities. Beverage, food, and supplies. This is buying groceries, energy drinks that I was buying. Those end up moving down to general purchases as I went along. List may not be accurate, but the final expense I list at the bottom will be the accurate total number. Beverage, food, and supplies, $520.85. Not as bad as I expected. My refrigerator did have an issue where it was freezing some food, so I did have to throw out a large sum of food that I bought on one of my trips. That was about $70. I just went, boom, gone. I don't know if you've ever seen mayonnaise frozen and then thawed out. That's a weird look in a bottle. So that kind of stuff I had to toss. The next biggest expense of my month, going out to dinner or going out for coffees. I was using Starbucks for their Wi-Fi to upload a lot of the videos. I had a friend in town. I fast food on the fly going down the coast. $819.10. Next month, my goal is to lower this bill by quite a bit. Anyways, $819.10 for eating out or going out for coffee, because as much as you see me drinking my Reigns, I like coffee too. If it has caffeine, it's for me. General purchases. That is my souvenir stickers. Those are, as I did this list and went on and on and on, I realized I kind of put a lot of my energy drinks into this list. So I don't really know which was eating out, which was beverage food, or which was general purchases. However, general purchases, $805.41. Now, bills. This one I do plan to go down because when I left Massachusetts, there was a couple of things I planned to buy when I left. My National Parks Pass, the upgraded iOverlander Plus, Premium Plus, Plus, I don't know which one it is. Those are a yearly expense that I wanted to make again, so this is another category that should go down. National Parks Pass, Xbox Live, iOverlander, my payment on my Jeep back home, I did actually include that one because, well, if I didn't buy this thing, I probably could have paid that off by now. So because I had the van, I got a Jeep payment. $524. I got one of those haircuts for these delicious flowing locks at $30. My Planet Fitness membership at $20. My phone bill, $26 through Visible. If you're trying to save up to go do a van life thing. I missed a couple texts I've learned, but Visible, I took my bill from $106 down to $26, $80 a month. I saved $960 on the whole year. That's $960 I get to spend more while I'm traveling around the country. So I'm okay missing a couple texts. If any of my friends out there watching this have texted me and I haven't responded, I'm not getting your text, but I saved $80 and I burned my $80 in your texts. Shoot me a message on Facebook. And then I have Spotify Premium at $12. My bills, $766.96. If I didn't include the Jeep on that, that'd be down to $242. Once I don't have my iOverlander or my National Parks Pass bill on there, it's gonna go down another $140. So actually my bills to maintain myself in this van are quite a bit low. As much as I spent this month, next month will go down. Hold me to that, because once I discover I saved money, I have a bad time of spending more money than I actually saved. Parking and tolls. The majority of these were coming down the coast and bopping around Florida. Florida loves their toll roads. We go into the western part of the country where there's a lot less tolls, which makes me really think that this is another section that will go down. However, parking, Key West, $24 out of my $50 budget. I still want that money back too. Anyways, parking and tolls, $151.68. Camping was small. I really didn't splurge that much. That's kind of my VRBO, my hotel stay when I cheated. That was $68.46. So based on the math I'm doing right now, my goal as a van lifer, trying to figure out how much I'm spending every single month. My expenses back home, I just spent about $7,000, $8,000 a month doing all the various things I did. If I just lived like I did, $7,000 to $8,000 a month. Until I decided to rearrange my spending to save for this, that was my average. My grand total between gas at $1,004.93, my fun bill at $290, my beverage and food supplies at $520.85, $819.10 for eating out and grabbing coffees, general purchases $805.41, my bills $766.96, $151.68 for my parking and tolls, and camping at $68.46 brings my grand total for the month of van life to $4,227.39, which means that even while splurging, I saved $3,000 from what I spent back home while I was working. My goal next month, I want that number to be at $3,000. I'm gonna cut down my gas because I'm gonna drive a little bit less. I'm gonna cut down my going out to grab dinners, and my purchases, my bills, and my tolls should all go down. $3,000 is the goal next month. Probably won't get there, but we are gonna try, man. What's life without a goal? That's what I say. No, I don't. I already accomplished my goal. I wanted to move into this big ugly marshmallow, and I'm living in it now. I'm on Jackson Lake Island in Alabama, just waiting for the time to cook my dinner. Got an hour from now. Sun's getting low, but we do gotta cook before those goats come out. If they don't, that's gonna be in another video I'm putting out. I'll put a little clip of the goats that rule this island. The gang. There's a gang that wanders the island. If you're not careful, it'll sneak right up on you. I'm herding goats. They are relentless. No matter where you go, there they are. And I'm gonna start cooking food outside, which is gonna smell really good and probably bring them in. But steak sounds good right now. Anyways, $4,227.93 was my total expenditure for living in a van while splurging for the first month, January 11th to February 11th. $3,000 less than what I was spending back home. If you ask me, this is the smartest financial decision I've ever made. Quit your job and spend less money. This is a shorter video. No driving around today, not gonna bop around. This video really was me trying to answer the questions that I was trying to find while I was getting ready to go do van life. What does this lifestyle actually cost? That's mine. You may have different requirements. I do have a Starlink system that I have not hooked up yet because I don't want to add that extra bill to my list yet. I'm gonna put my challenge right online. $4,227.39. That's what I spent last month. If I drop $1,000 a month, I'll get the cheap Starlink subscription. If I drop it below $3,000, I will allow myself to go get the real Starlink, the upgraded package that they charge you $150 a month for. Ugh, but worth it from what I've heard. Anyways, guys, thank you. I love you. If you could, please hit the subscribe and like buttons down below. It helps so much towards helping this channel grow. And I can't wait to have you following along. I'll update you in a month with what I spend next month so you can continue to see what van life costs. And in the meantime, we are in Alabama right now. We're heading west after we stay here. Going into Texas, we're gonna go explore some national parks out of there. We're gonna go explore the coastline. There's so much good stuff coming up, and I can't wait to have you following along. I love you all, and thank you. Before I go, just check out this view real fast. I hid you guys from the sunset the whole time because it's better for the lighting on my beautiful face. But before we go, that's what we're looking at. Thanks, guys. Love ya. Good night.